Additional enhancements have been made to the Flexi-Seal Signal fecal management system. They include a sampling port, a medication delivery claim, an approximately 5-inch longer catheter, the addition of less than or equal to 45 ml marking on the inflation port. We'll discuss some of these improvements throughout the next couple of chapters of this video. Flexi-Seal Signal FMS now has an approved claim for the administration of medication. Before getting started, you'll need to gather the syringe and cinch clamp provided in the kit packaging. The patient should be placed in the left side lying position with his or her hips flexed before administering medication. If this is not possible, you may determine an alternative position. To prepare the device for the administration of medication, the irrigation line must be flushed. Before flushing, ensure the tubing is not kinked or blocked. The catheter tubing should lay flat to prevent the outflow of medication during the flushing and medication delivery process. To begin flushing, fill the supplied syringe with 10 milliliters of room temperature tap water and attach it to the blue irrigation port. Ensure the syringe is not inadvertently attached to the white balloon inflation port marked less than or equal to 45 milliliters. Depress the plunger to irrigate the line. Remove the syringe from the irrigation port. Next, remove the cinch clamp from the kit packaging. Note that the cinch clamp has 2 notches and therefore 2 closure positions. Without closing, position the cinch clamp around the catheter at the black indicator line. If the black indicator line is not visible or is in close proximity to the patient's buttocks, place the cinch clamp at a position on the catheter below the black indicator line that does not cause the clamp to come in contact with the patient. The closure end of the clamp should be positioned on the same side as the black indicator line. You can now close the cinch clamp to the first closure position. You should hear 1 click to confirm that the clamp is closed. The device is now ready for the medication to be instilled. Prepare a new syringe with the medication that has been prescribed for the patient. Connect the medication syringe to the blue irrigation port marked IRRIG. Ensure the syringe is not inadvertently attached to the white balloon inflation port marked less than or equal to 45 ml. Depress the syringe plunger to administer the medication that has been prescribed for the patient. Once all the medication has been instilled, remove the medication syringe and dispose of it according to your institution's policy. To ensure the delivery of medication into the rectum, immediately flush the irrigation line using the supplied syringe with at least 50 ml of room temperature tap water following the previously mentioned flushing process. Next, tighten the cinch clamp completely by closing to the second closure position. You will hear a second click to confirm that the clamp is fully tightened. Ensure no medication flows back through the catheter. Allow the medication to dwell in the rectum for the desired amount of time as dictated by the prescribing physician. After the desired amount of time has passed, open the cinch clamp and remove it from the catheter. Attach the supplied syringe to the blue irrigation port marked IRRIG and flush the irrigation line once again with 10 ml of water. If the patient's condition allows, reposition the patient on his or her back and position the catheter between the legs, ensuring the patient is not lying on the catheter so there is no compression or twisting. Flexi-Seal Signal FMS now has a stool sampling port. In preparation for stool sampling, you'll need to obtain a slip-tip syringe. This is not included in the device packaging. You'll also need an absorbent pad. It is recommended that you wear gloves during the sampling procedure. Before sampling, place the absorbent pad directly below the sampling port area. To collect a stool sample, Locate the sample port on the catheter and open the sample port cap. Locate the slip-tip syringe and remove any residual air by depressing the plunger before inserting it into the sample port. You are now ready to collect your stool sample. Milk the catheter to ensure stool is pooled directly under the sample port. Once an adequate amount of stool has been pooled, press the tip of the syringe through the sampling port slit to access the interior of the catheter. Ensure the tip of the syringe has penetrated the sample port slit. Withdraw the syringe plunger to collect the stool sample. Remove the syringe and close the sampling port cap. Transfer the stool sample into a collection device per your institution's policy. Dispose of the stool sampling syringe according to your institution's policy. Flexi-Seal, Flexi-Seal Signal, and the Flexi-Seal logo are registered trademarks in the U.S.